In this video, we're going to talk about a really simple common tactic that is used in the World Padel Tour and the top levels of the game that you should easily and could easily be putting into your game when it comes to the serve direction and your first volley. So we'll start this video by saying it's not the only tactic that the World Padel Tour players use, and we're going to focus on when they serve against the glass and they play that first volley down the tee. So first, let's have a look at the ladies. We've got Ari serving into the glass to Gemma here, who's returning. And to begin with, what we're going to do is just set up and look at the positioning of the players on the court. So this is at half speed. Ari's going to serve into that side glass, and we're just going to pause this on the return. And you can see now Gemma's return, she's stepped inside, she's taken it before the glass, but it's still a wide serve. And so she is in this position here. What's happened now is, because she's moved across to take this nearer the side glass, is this area here has really opened up for that next shot. And this is a potential area for the volleyers to hit into. But what we'll also see is that Ali has moved from her normal backcourt position just a little bit more towards the centre to help cover that, because that's something that she's recognised now, that that ball would potentially be hers if it goes into this centre part down here. And as the return is low, Ari's come up and now she's hitting this ball in towards this target zone here. And it was a high ball on her volley, so it's not an easy one for her to keep low, but you'll see that it is forcing Ali down here to play this backhand before that back glass, now creating space. And what's happened here is Gemma's come across back into her normal backcourt position, and even though Ali has hit that ball and she's, recovered nicely, she is now out of court, creating all of this space in the corner. And this is exactly how we want to use that. Here we're talking about serve and return, but obviously in the extended version, we're going to talk about how we can create that space during a point. But you can see there that now they force those returners into a difficult position. Now, at the World Padel Tour level, these players are so good that Ali's gone and hit, a nice lob to create this point. But the idea is that if you can serve into the glass, force the returner into this part of the court here, you are creating a big space down the centre here for your first volley. And I'm just going to use an example of one of my matches. So I'm returning here, and even when the ball bounces away from the side glass, so here you can see that serve has gone into the side glass, and already I'm preparing for a low ball. Yeah, and if I'm preparing for a low ball on my forehand, it's very difficult for me to cover. You see there's this big space here that the players have got to volley into after their serve. And right now, I'm playing a ball down by my ankles, and there's still this space down the middle. And it's difficult for me to recover after a low ball to then come and hit that ball from down the middle. And you'll see here that volley goes in again, a great volley, nice and low. And it's meant my partner has come across and hit a forehand. And you will find this particularly, at a good level. When that volley goes down the centre, look, we've got two players here that are next to each other down the centre of the court. And the beauty of that means that there are now two nice big spaces in these corners of the court for that next volley. Even though my partner was covering me and he played the ball with the forehand, it does open up the spaces after this first volley. So even if you don't win the point on this first volley, it will then open up the spaces for the next volley to go into. And they have the option then to play back into the court as well. So for this example, let's use the World Padel Tour men's game, and we're going to have Bella. He's going to be serving in to Martin Dineno here in the side glass. And you can see, even at this level, like their serve, the return and the first volley are all really just point starters. They're just getting the point started. So Bella's served into this corner here to the side glass, and we've got the same again here. Martin's feet, he's moved further over. Paquito has taken a step across now, because he's also seeing that option will now be him. If the ball comes down anywhere in this zone here, it's going to be his forehand as opposed to Martin's, because Martin is now trying to recover his position to get back to a good backcourt position. There's a good return to Bella's backhand, and this is exactly where he goes. He's aiming his first bounce around here, basically forcing Paquito to make the decision, do we play before or after the glass? And in this particular case, Paquito is playing that before the glass, But you'll see now what's happened is it's forced Paquito against the back glass, and now this is his position here for the partner. Martin's had time to recover, but it has meant that there is now space for them to hit into after you've hit that first volley. And again, like we said, with the ladies at this level, you know, the competition and the players are so good that Paquito, even though he's right back here, he's hit a nice high lob, and it's meant that he's able to recover his position. So the idea of this is just to show you that at this level, the World Padel Tour level, they are using this tactic of serving to the glass and hitting the first volley down the centre. So you absolutely should be trying to put this into your game. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put a video up here as well on how you can hit effective first volleys.